no lo puedo pagar ahora.
No, I can pay that today.
All right, he will be given information by court personnel.
Okay,
Ms.
le van, a
Green,
decir,
can you please call up the next person?
le van a decir qué es lo que tiene que hacer ahora, ok.
Mr. Jose Bars. He does not need interpretive services though.
All right, what is your name, sir?
Jose Barajas.
How do you spell your last name?
Barajas.
All right, sir, you're charged with driving without a valid license and a marijuana charge. What is your plea to the two charges?
I was gonna see if I could get another court because I'm gonna get a lawyer.
All right, then we will, do you want me to keep this case in Forest Park or do you want it to be bound over to Clayton County?
Forest Park is fine.
All right, your case will remain in Forest Park. Are you gonna be able to hire yourself a private lawyer? Or do
Yes,
you
sir.
want to see if you're eligible for the appointment of one?
Can you check?
Well,
If I'm eligible.
all right, if you will, they will have you to fill out a court-appointed application. If you meet the requirements, I will appoint you an attorney. If not, you will need to hire a private lawyer. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
For today, you're entering a not guilty plea. All right, let's move on to the next person. They'll give you information. Just have a seat.
All right.
Ms. Green, go to the next person.
Mr. William Ahern.
Mr. William,
Ahern,
yes,
The first one on the docket.
I see it. Thank you. Mr. Ahorn, you're charged with the traffic control device, sir. What is your plea to this? Not guilty, guilty, or no low contender?
I would like to plead no low, Your Honor.
All right, is he eligible for a no low plea?
He is.
All right, Mr. Ahern, the court will accept your no low plea. You understand by entering into that plea, sir, that you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Down.
And sir, do you also understand by entering into the plea that you are waiving your right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
And sir, are you entering the plea freely
Yes.
and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And sir, do you have any questions you'd like to ask me?
No, sir.
Sir, the fine amount is $175. Are you
Yes,
able to satisfy that in 2 weeks, or do you need a longer period of time?
I'm prepared to pay the fine today, sir.
Okay, sir, they will have you to sign your plea form and they will direct you to the window to pay the fine. All right,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right, Ms. Green, you want to go to the next person?
Mr. Ben, Darrell Ben.
Daryl, what now?
Ben, B-I-N-N.
Okay. I am, so what page is he on?
We're on page 3. We have an issue with him. He is Darrell Ben Senior, but the officer wrote it to the son, date of birth in 1986. But he's admitted that he's the one that received the ticket.
Okay, we will need to modify the ticket. Ask him, does he want to go forward with this position today? Or does he want to be given a new court date?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I couldn't hear you.
Tell him that we will need to modify the ticket.
Mhm.
So does he want to go forward with resolving this today, or would he prefer to have a new court date?
He said a new court date.
All right, let's reissue the ticket in his name and give him a new court date.
Okay, we'll do, sir. You can have a seat right there till I get ready. Mr. Pete Bringetson.
That's okay. That's on page 3 as well.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Sir, you've been charged with following too closely. What is your plea to that charge? Is it not
No.
guilty, guilty, or no low contender?
No low.
All right, is he eligible for a no low plea?
One moment, we're checking.
Okay. Sir, have you pled no low within the preceding 5 years to a moving violation?
He is not eligible, sir.
All right, if you are not eligible, so you have to plead a guilty or a not guilty. Has he pled a no low to a moving violation in the preceding 5 years?
Yes, he has.
Okay, thank you. Sir, you have to plead a guilty or not guilty. Please.
Not guilty.
All right. Do you want me to keep this case in Forest Park, or do you want the case to be bound over to Clayton County?
Oh, no, sir. I just plead guilty. 'Cause I can't keep missing work for it. Just
Excuse me?
Guilty. I just
All right,
plead
do you
guilty. sir.
understand that by entering into the guilty plea, you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer?
Yes.
Do you also understand that by entering into the plea that you are waiving your right to a trial?
Yes.
Sir, are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Sir, the court will accept your guilty plea. The fine amount is $200. Are you able to satisfy that in 2 weeks, or do you need a longer period of time?
I can take care of it today.
Okay, they're gonna have you to pay, they're gonna have you to fill out your plea form. They will send you to the window to pay the fine. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Ms.
you.
Green, you wanna go to the next person?
Brown. She's also on page 3, Your Honor, Amira Brown.
All right, Ms. Brown, you're charged with disorderly conduct, young lady. What is your plea to that?
Guilty.
You understand that by entering into the guilty plea, you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer?
Yes.
And do you also understand that by entering into the plea, that you're waiving your right to a trial?
Yes.
Are you entering into the plea, young lady, freely and voluntarily? I need you to say something and speak up, please.
Yes.
All right, the court will accept your guilty plea, young lady. The fine amount is $430. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Are you able to pay that in 2 weeks, or do you need a longer period of time?
2 weeks.
All right, they will give you your plea form and a 2-week agreement. Please make sure that you pay the sum of $430 within that 2-week time period. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
Do you have any questions?
No, I do not.
All right, thank you. Ms. Green, you want to go to the next person?
The next person is Isaac Clark.
Isaac Clark.
Yes.
All right,
How you doing, y'all?
Mr. Clark, you're charged with driving on suspended license, sir. What is your plea? Not guilty, guilty, or no low contender?
Nolo?
Is he eligible for a no low plea?
Yes.
All right, Mr.
Oh, I have a question for you.
Yes,
Can you plead NOLO if your license are suspended?
yes.
Okay, yes, he is.
He just needs to go get him out of suspension. Mr. Clark, do you understand that by entering into the no low plea that you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
And do you also understand that by entering into the plea that you're waiving your right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
Sir, are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Payton, does he have a driver on suspended license charged within the preceding 5 years?
One moment. It looks like the last time that he did that was in 2012.
Okay, sir, the fine amount is $695. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Sir, you will be placed on probation for 12 months. Did you understand that?
Yes, sir.
2 months of your probation will be mandatory. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Every month that you're on probation, sir, you will have to pay monthly supervision fee. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
After 2 months, if you pay the sum of $695 and stay current with your probation fees, your probation can end. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Sir, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. They'll give you more instruction. Ms. Green, you want to go to the next person?
Yes, Your Honor, we have Mr. LaMarcus Jones.
Mr. Jones, you're charged with the center lane violation, sir. What is your plea to that?
Guilty.
Excuse me?
Guilty.
You understand that by entering into the guilty plea, you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer?
Yes.
And sir, do you also understand that by entering into the plea, that you are waiving your right to a trial?
Yes.
Sir, are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily?
Voluntarily.
And sir, do you have any questions you'd like to ask the court?
No.
Sir, the fine amount is $150. Are you able to pay that in 2 weeks, or do you need a longer period of time?
Longer period of time.
Sir, you will be placed on probation for 12 months. It will be pay-only probation, and your probation will end the moment the fine is paid. You understand that?
Yes.
If your probation goes beyond 29 days, you will have to begin to pay monthly probation fee. You understand that?
Yes.
All right, sir, they will give you your information if you'll please have a seat. Next, Ms. Green.
The next one, Your Honor, is Darius Joyner,
Mr. Joyner, what is your plea to the child restraint violation, sir?
No.
You understand that by entering into the no law plea, you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer?
Yes.
Do you also understand that by entering into the plea that you're waiving your right to a trial?
Yes.
Sir, are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Sir, the fine amount is $50. Can you pay that within 2 weeks, or do you need a longer period of time?
How much?
$50.
I'll pay it now.
All right, sir, they will give you your plea form and they will direct you to the window. Thank you.
Thank
All right, Ms. Green,
okay, the next person. Adrian Paul,
what page is that?
that is going to be on page 10.
And
All right. Mr. Paul, what is your plea to the insurance violation charge, sir?
No.
Is he eligible for a no-law plea?
yes, he is.
All right, sir, do you understand that by entering the no-law plea, you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
And do you also understand that by entering into the plea that you're waiving your right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
Sir, are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily?
Sir.
Are you entering into the plea, sir, freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
The court will accept your plea, sir. The fine amount is $595. Are you able to pay that in 2 weeks, or do you need a longer period of time?
I can pay it in 2 weeks.
Sir, you will be given 2 weeks to pay the sum of $595. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And your no-law plea has been accepted. You will receive your plea form and a 2-week agreement. Make sure that the $595 is paid within 2 weeks. Do you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Ms. Green, you want to go to the next person?
Yes, sure. Damian Phillips,
Mr. Phillips, you're charged with a lane violation. What is your plea, sir?
Not guilty.
All right, do you want this matter to remain in Forest Park, or do you want it to be bound over to Clayton County where you're eligible for a jury trial?
Forest Park.
All right, we will reset his case for a trial in Forest Park.
Okay.
You'll get your plea form, sir, and then you'll be excused. You want to go to the next person?
okay, 1 second. Okay. Take care of Adrian Paul. Damian Phillips, I just did that. Dundre Robinson,
Whatever way gets you.
Page 13.
That's none, sir.
Mr. Robinson, you were charged with 3 violations, sir, a lane charge, a center lane violation, and a signaling charge. What is your plea to the 3 charges, sir?
May I ask the court a question, sir?
You can.
I'm confused. The vehicle in front of me was going like 2 miles, so I went around. So is that guilty for going around?
Well, let me just say, I don't know. I'm accepting your plea. If you don't feel like you did anything wrong, the appropriate plea would be not guilty. And let's just come back to court, have a trial, let me get all the witnesses.
Okay, I guess I plead not guilty.
Okay, do you want me to keep
Can I
this
see
in
how much
Forest
the
Park, or do
ticket
you
cost?
want it to be bound over to Clayton County?
Is it possible I can find out how much a ticket costs?
All of the tickets together will cost $450.
Okay, so if I don't see you, I might just pay it off.
Well, that's left up to you, okay?
Right now, we'll just say not guilty.
That is correct. Do you want me to keep it in Forest Park, or do you want it bound over?
Far apart, sir.
Okay, if we can just note that each ticket for each charge is $150, and we will see him back here on his trial date, okay?
Thank you.
All right, let's go to the next person.
okay, your next person is going to be Wanda Thomas.
I'm gonna let Andreas handle that one. Let the prosecutor handle that one.
Okay,
Go to the next person.
Wanda
If you'll
Thomas.
have a seat, Ms. Thomas, the prosecutor will be with you.
Okay.
Victoria Thornton.
Ms. Thornton, you're charged with a tag violation. What is your plea, ma'am?
Nolo,
Excuse me?
Nolo.
You understand by entering into the no-law plea, you're doing so without the assistance of a lawyer?
Yes,
And do you also understand by entering into the plea that you're waiving your right to a trial?
yes,
Are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily?
yes, sir.
Okay. The fine for this is $165, and this is a non-reportable offense, which means it does not show on your record. Do you understand that?
Yes,
Are you able to pay the $165 within 2 weeks, or do you need a longer period of time?
probably a month.
All right, young lady, you will be placed on probation for 12 months. Your probation will end the moment this is paid. You understand that?
All right.
It will be paid only probation. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, can we please have her to sign her plea form and give her her probation form? And do you want to go to the next person, Ms. Green?
Yes, sure. All right, the next one is going to be Crispus Waddell.
Mr. Waddell, you're charged with driving without a valid license, sir. Do you have your license now?
No, sir, not yet.
All right, what is your plea to this charge?
Not guilty. I mean, no, I mean guilty. I'm sorry.
Excuse me, I can't hear you.
Guilty.
Do you understand by entering into the plea that you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
And sir, you also understand that by entering into the plea that you are waiving your right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
Sir, are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Sir, the fine amount is $695. Are you able to pay that in 2 weeks, or do you need a longer period of time?
A longer period of time.
Sir, you will be placed on probation for 12 months. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
2 months of your probation will be mandatory. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
After 2 months, if the fine is paid, you can get off of probation. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions you'd like to ask me regarding probation?
No, sir.
All right, sir, you will be given a plea form when you will enter a guilty plea and your probation documents. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Rainey, you want to go to the next person?
Okay, have I called everybody? Have I called?
Yeah.
Sir, you're with him? And
We're knocking out everyone at the courtroom first, Mr. Prosecutor.
He's got the attorney.
Sir.
Paperwork. I mean, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, hold on for one moment, Judge.
Court appointed attorney. And
Okay.
I think she just needs to know
Okay,
that
So
everything.
she needs to pay. You got the court-appointed attorney paperwork. You should be free to go. Have I not talked to anyone? Okay, you come in. You're separate, ma'am. Yes. Okay, hold on for 1 second. Hold on.
Oh.
Yes. What is your name again?
Damian Phillips,
Okay, what was your plea?
not guilty.
Does the one with the attorney need to plead? in
She
front of-
She just, I thought you guys were paying.
Well, he's ready to pay,
Okay,
but I
yeah.
thought he needed to like play in front of the judge.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that's what we were waiting on,
Oh,
Spanish interpreter.
she's here. We
Oh,
have the
okay.
Spanish interpreter
Yeah,
here.
so he's ready for
Okay.
that then.
Judge, we have Mr. Aprecio.
Mhm.
He wants to make his plea in front with the interpreter.
Where is he on the calendar?
He is on the first page. He has the attorney present.
Okay,
At the bottom of the first page, Your Honor, Aparicio
Yes.
Roberto.
will you please ask him what is his plea to the charge? It turns out to be that he did not have a license at all.
¿Cómo se declara usted al cargo de no tener licencia, señor Aparicio?
Culpable.
Guilty.
You understand that you're entering this plea with the assistance of attorney Ashley Brown.
¿Usted entiende que se está declarando de esta manera con el asesoramiento de su abogada, la señorita Ashley Brown? ¿Entendió que tiene una abogada que la está ayudando? Conteste en voz alta porque no lo podemos oír.
Sí.
Yes.
Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
¿Se está declarando de esta manera por su propia voluntad y libremente?
Sí.
Yes.
Do you understand that by entering this plea, you are waiving your right to a trial?
Y usted entiende que al declararse aquí de esta manera, usted renuncia a su derecho a tener un abogado. ¿Entendió eso?
Sí.
Yes. Perdón, de tener un
Counsel.
juicio. Yes.
Counsel, is there a factual basis that supports the amended charge of driving without a valid license?
There is, Your Honor.
All right, the court will accept the plea. The fine amount is $695. Counsel, is he able to pay that within 2 weeks, or does he need a longer period of time?
Yes, 2 weeks will be sufficient.
All right,
Okay.
counsel, he will be provided with a plea form in Spanish. He will sign and circle his plea on there, and they will give him the 2-week paperwork to satisfy the fine of $695.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, que le van a
Counsel,
dar
what
los...
is his plea to this charge? Is it guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, this plea has been accepted. Go ahead, Ms. Ida.
Aceptar una declaración de culpable y ahorita se va a reunir con la abogada y con la agente de libertad vigilada para que le den los documentos, para que le den tiempo, para que usted pueda pagar el periodo que le mandaron a pagar, perdón, para que le den los documentos para pagar en 2 semanas. La multa son de $695 y su abogada dijo que usted necesita 2 semanas para pagarlo. ¿Ok?
Ok, gracias.
De nada.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be
Thank you.
All right, you certainly can. Ms. Green, is there anyone else?
Did I not, I spoke with everyone else, correct?
Need for you to speak up a little bit. We can't hear you.
Okay, I'm just verifying who I've already spoken with.
Okay.
Everybody
Well,
else.
we're gonna jump to your virtual calendar now. Let them know I tried.
Hold on. Sir, what was
Okay.
your?
Judge Freeman, did you want us to take care of Wanda Thomas now, since Andreas is here?
Yes. If you will please stick Ms. Thomas and the prosecutor in a breakout room.
Okay.
Who's Miss Thomas?
She is a defendant that is charged with shoplifting. And I know you'd want to know the particulars.
Guilty,
What is your plea, Ms. Thomas?
guilty.
All right, she is entering a guilty plea to the charge. What store was this, Ms. Thomas?
Wholesale grocery store.
And what are you accused of taking?
Excuse me, sir?
What are you accused of taking?
Some groceries.
Some groceries? Okay. All right.
I think they just jumped in the breakout room.
Okay.
And I'll send you over the incident report.
You talking to me, Miss Payton?
Yes.
Okay, because I don't know what's going on.
Just go with the
In
flow.
a breakout room with Ms. Thomas, who's charged with shoplifting from wholesale groceries, and she'll send you the incident report. She entered a guilty plea.
Okay, can I get her history also? Because I don't necessarily know that I'd be able to talk to her intelligently about anything.
Yes.
I know her history. All right, so I'll look out for that. Thank you.
It also looked like she had an obstruction charge.
She has an obstruction charge as well. From that same day?
Yes, it looks like both of them are
Yep,
charged.
same day.
Is this the city or state obstruction?
They put it as a local ordinance.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll send both of them over to you right now.
Thank
All
you.
right. Okay, if we can let everyone that's in the queue in.
Yes.
And if there's any attorneys in the queue, we can send them to the breakout room as well.
Hello?
Please mute your device.
As you come into the 1 o'clock session of the virtual court, please mute your device and make sure your video is turned on.
Por favor, asegúrese de que está prendido el micrófono y de que de que está prendida la cámara y apagado el micrófono. Asegúrese de mantener su micrófono apagado con la cámara prendida.
I'll wait until everyone is connected. For those that are in, please type your name and your email address in the chat and send it to FPMC.
Por favor, los que están aquí ahora, asegúrese de poner su nombre y su correo electrónico en el chat y mandarlo a la donde dice FMPC, que va directo a la secretaria del tribunal.
Again, please type your full name and your email address into the chat and send it to FPMC.
Por favor, de nuevo, asegúrese de poner su nombre completo y su correo electrónico en el chat y mandarlo a donde dice FPMC.
Please make sure your video is turned on at all times.
Asegúrese que su video está prendido todo el tiempo.
Hello.
Everyone, please mute your device.
Por favor,
Say it
todos
again.
apaguen. Mute your device. Please mute your device. Por favor, apaguen el micrófono hasta que llamen su nombre.
If you are having connection issues, log out and log back in because it's a connection issue on your end.
Si tiene algún problema para conectarse, asegúrese de que se sale y se vuelve a meter porque el problema lo tiene usted del lado suyo.
Miss Greer, your hair looks nice. You don't have to keep working on it, okay? Remember, everybody can see you. Please make sure your full name and your email address is typed in the chat and send it to FPMC.
Por favor, asegúrese que escribe su nombre, su correo electrónico y lo manda a FMPC.
So let me go over the rules of virtual court. Ms. Johnson, please mute your device.
Hello?
Ms. Johnson, mute, thank you. So these are the rules of virtual court.
Estas son las reglas para poder tener una audiencia virtual. Por favor, ponga atención.
Your video must be turned on at all times.
Su video tiene que estar prendido todo el tiempo.
You must be in a environment that is professional and no distractions.
Tiene que estar en un ambiente que es profesional y que no haya distracciones.
Please allot 3 hours of virtual court.
Por favor, asegúrese que tiene disponible 3 horas para estas audiencias virtuales.
If there are connection issues, it is on your end.
Si hay problemas de conexión, es del lado suyo.
If the connection issues continue, you will be logged out in order to come to in-person court.
Si los problemas de conexiones continúan, lo van a sacar de la audiencia, le van a exigir que venga en persona a la audiencia en persona, pues.
Please make sure you are dressed properly as if you are coming to court.
Por favor, asegúrese que está vestido debidamente como si estuviera viniendo al tribunal. Tiene que estar con la vestimenta apropiada para estar en esta audiencia.
Please understand that people in Zoom court do not want to see anything in your background that is inappropriate.
Asegúrese y entienda de que las personas que están aquí en esta audiencia virtual no quieren ver nada que sea indebido o no apropiado en el trasfondo donde usted se encuentra.
Please understand that you are not to operate a vehicle while you are in Zoom court.
Y por favor entienda que no puede estar manejando un vehículo mientras está aquí en esta audiencia por Zoom.
And lastly, please ensure that you are dressed professionally while you are in Zoom court.
Y por último, por favor, asegúrese que esté vestido debidamente cuando esté aquí en estas audiencias por Zoom.
When you hear me call your name, if you will unmute your device and announce your plea.
Cuando usted oiga su nombre, que yo digo su nombre, por favor, active su micrófono y diga cómo se declara.
I am Judge Freeman. We will go through the calendar, and once I've gone through the calendar, I will divide some of the cases up to be handled by the prosecutor, and the other cases I will handle.
Yo soy el juez Freeman y lo que vamos a hacer es que vamos a llamar toda la lista de casos. Una vez que llamemos todos los casos, vamos a dividir los casos. Una parte se va a encargar el abogado de la fiscalía, de la ciudad, que es el fiscal, el señor Mary Rose, y la otra parte la voy a tomar en cuenta yo.
Today is your arraignment date, so you will enter a guilty, not guilty, or no low contendere plea.
Hoy es el día de la lectura de cargos. Sus opciones son declararse culpable, no culpable o nulo.
Because it is your arraignment date, the witnesses in your case are not required to be here today.
Porque como es su lectura de cargos, los testigos que tienen que ver con su cargo no se les exigió que estuvieran aquí presentes el día de hoy.
If you'd like to have a trial, simply say, Judge, I want to have a trial, and enter a not guilty plea.
Si usted quiere tener un juicio, simplemente tiene que decir, juez, quiero tener un juicio y se va a declarar no culpable.
If you enter a not guilty plea, you will have the election of having a bench trial in Forest Park or a jury trial in Clayton County.
Si usted se declara no culpable, tiene la elección de escoger si va a tener un juicio ante un juez aquí en el Tribunal de Forest Park o un juicio ante un jurado en el Tribunal Estatal de Clayton.
If you enter a nolo or a guilty plea, your case will be disposed of today.
Si usted se declara no lo disputo o no lo o culpable, entonces se resuelve su caso hoy aquí.
When you hear your name, unmute your device and announce your plea.
Cuando usted oiga su nombre, por favor active su micrófono y díganos cómo se va a declarar.
Madeline Alvarado,
Alvarado, Medellín, Anaí.
Guilty.
thank you. Sergio Villanueva,
Alveras, Villanueva, Sergio. Por favor active su micrófono y déjenos saber cómo se declara. Alvera, Villanueva, Sergio.
FTA. We're calling the calendar at 1:51 p.m. Anthony Arrington. Anthony Arrington,
Bond forfeiture.
thank you. Tyrone Bailey,
Yes, I like the not guilty.
all right, do you want me to keep the case in Forest Park or you want it bound over to Clayton County?
You can keep it in Forest Park.
All right, we'll keep your matter in Forest Park. Please stay on the line, sir. Make sure your name and email address is typed in the chat. For Benton. April Benton, please mute your devices back. April Benton. FTA. Roderick Brooks. That's FTA. Joshua Cannon. Joshua Cannon. FTA. Javon Charles. Javon Charles. FTA. Quintez Daniel. Warrell Quintez Daniel. FTA. Amari Flowers. Amari Flowers. FTA. Aaron Goitom. Aaron Goitom. FTA. Andre Green Geens. Andre Green Geens. FTA. Chantel Gresham. Chantel Gresham.
I had to remove that person and I'm hoping that they'll log back on. They weren't connecting.
Okay, thank you. Zariah Greer. Zariah Greer. FTA. Tammy Higgins.
She's on. I'm sorry, Judge. Zariah Greer, she's on.
What
Unmute
is your
yourself,
plea,
Ms.
Ms.
Greer.
Not guilty.
Thank you. Do you want this case to stay in Forest Park or you want it bound over to Clayton County?
Forest Park.
Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll be back with you momentarily.
Okay.
Tammy Higgins. Tammy Higgins. FTA. Tavares Jackson. Tavares Jackson. FTA. Amir Jacoe.
Not guilty.
Amir, what is your plea?
Not guilty.
Thank you. Do you want this case to stay in Forest Park, or do you want it to be bound over to Clayton County?
They can stay in Forest Park.
Thank you. Mohammed Jawad,
Yes, hello.
what is your plea, sir?
Not guilty, but but I live in Los Angeles County, so like, how would that work?
You will do a trial virtually, that's all. Do you want me to keep the case in Forest Park, or do you want it to be sent over to the state court?
Which one would be better for where I'm at?
It doesn't, it's not gonna matter. It's really not, you're gonna get a trial either place. If you want a bench trial, it can stay in Forest Park. If you'd like to have a jury trial, we can send it over to the state court.
Yeah, we could keep it in Forest Park.
All right, this matter will be in Forest Park. Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
How do I do that? Do I?
Click on chat, type your name and email address in there and send it to FPMC.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Brittany Johnson. Ms. Johnson, please turn your
Yes.
video on.
Okay, sorry. Yes, sir.
What is your plea?
Guilty.
We will be back with you momentarily. Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Okay.
Ms. Johnson, is your name and email address typed in the chat?
No, sir. I'll go ahead and type it now.
Let me announce again, everyone, please type your full name and your email address in the chat and send it to FPMC.
Okay.
Marcus Jones, Ms. Johnson, go ahead and please mute your device.
Okay.
Turn your video on, Ms. Johnson, and mute your device. Marcus Jones. FTA. Jeremicia Lee. Jeremicia Lee. FTA. Daniel Lavelle.
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Do you want this to stay in Forest Park, or do you want it bound over to Clayton County?
It can stay in Forest Park.
All right, thank you. Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. We'll be right back with you. Joshua Malone.
Yes, sir. Guilty.
Thank you, sir. Have you typed your name and email address in the chat, sir?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Abdullah Ashantu Jean Meacham. Is that Aisha Meacham? Will you please unmute your device, young lady?
Guilty.
Thank you. Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes.
Thank you. Jesus Morales. Jesus Morales.
Jesús Morales Guadalupe, por favor, si está presente, active su micrófono. Jesús Morales Guadalupe.
Van Wyn. Van Wyn. FTA. Thursa Norfleet. Thursa Norfleet. FTA. Taisha Penniman.
Nolo.
Thank you. Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Colin Perdomo. Colin Perdomo.
Nolo.
Thank you, sir. Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Queen Phillips. Queen Phillips. Mark Ponder. Mark Ponder. Rodney Rogers. Rodney Rogers. Mr. Rogers, what is your plea, sir? I see him, but he is not listening.
His audio isn't connected, not
He
tried.
needs to have him to log out and log back in. Ashley Serviano Erasto,
Guilty.
who is guilty?
Ashley.
This is Ashley. You're guilty?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes.
Thank you. Leah Shelley,
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
how are you?
I'm doing great. I would like to do a no guilty, but I would like to see if I can reach an agreement with the solicitor today as well.
Okay, so not guilty means I did not do it and I want a trial. If you'd like to speak with the solicitor, you'd say pre-trial.
Okay, Your Honor, I would like to do a pretrial.
All right, thank you.
And Your Honor, I believe my name might be wrong on my citation too.
All right, can you pronounce your name for me?
My first name is Shelley.
Your first name is Shelley, and what is your last name?
Lee, L-E-A.
Okay, thank you. Michelle Sloan. Michelle Sloan. FTA. Shantari Vaughn.
I'm here. I plead no.
Thank you. Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes, I have.
Thank you. Dexter Williams.
I plead no.
Thank you. Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Tiara Williams.
No.
Thank you. Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes.
Timothy Wilson. Timothy Wilson. FTA. Antonio Woods. Antonio Woods. FTA. Is there anyone in this session who thinks they are on the calendar for 1 o'clock, but you did not hear your name called? If you will please unmute your device and say your name. Excellent. Mr. Prosecutor, we do have a few no-los. If you'll let me know when you're ready, I can say their names. Ms. Payton, are you ready? Because we will put them in a breakout room with the prosecutor.
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay,
I'm ready to go, Judge.
all right. On page 11 is Taisha Penniman and Colin Perdomo. On page 13.
I'm here.
On page, you don't need to say anything. I'm just shifting cases. On page 13, it is Shelley Leah. She has asked for a pretrial. On page 15, it is Shanteria Vaughn and Dexter Williams. On page 16, it is Tiara Williams. All of those can go into a breakout room with the prosecutor.
Those of you who have received a request to join a breakout room, please accept it.
Let's start with Medellin Alvarado. Let's wait until the prosecutor and the people that entered NOLO have moved over into the breakout room.
Your Honor, the two people that seem to maybe need an interpreter are FTA, and everybody else has been taken care of that had needed an interpreter. Do you still want me to wait and see those people come up, or?
Can you just wait a moment and stay with me?
Sure.
And we'll let you go back and forth. Madeline Alvarado.
Yes.
It is my understanding you're entering a guilty plea to the charge.
Yes.
Do you understand by entering into the guilty plea, you're doing so without the assistance of a lawyer? And can you please place your face in the video?
What did you say?
Place your face in the video. Thank you. Do you understand that by entering into the plea that you're waiving your right to a trial?
Yes.
Are you entering this plea, young lady, freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And do you believe it is in your best interest to enter into the plea?
Yes.
Court will accept your plea. Young lady, the fine is $6.95. Are you able to pay that in 2 weeks, or do you need a longer period of time?
Can you give me a longer period of time?
You will be placed on probation for 12 months. Do you understand that? Do you understand that?
Probation?
Yes.
Leo, pues sí. Okay.
2 months of your probation will be mandatory, Ms. Alvarado. Do you understand?
Pagar 695. So if I pay during in 2 weeks, do I still need the probation?
You do not.
Que pagar 695 dentro de 2 semanas o hacer probation por 12 meses. I'll pay the 695.
You'll pay it in 2 weeks?
Yes.
All right, have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Okay, I did.
Can we confirm that her email address is in the chat?
I did.
It's confirmed.
All right, Ms. Alvarado, you will receive your plea form and your 2-week agreement through your email by close of business tomorrow. Do you understand that?
Okay.
You can log out, young lady. Next is Brittany Johnson. Ms. Johnson, if you will
hello.
unmute. You're charged with driving on suspended license. Can you all let me know if she's eligible for a no-low plea?
Yes, sir, I would like to do, the
Let me
no
see
low.
if you're eligible. Is she eligible for a no-low plea?
Yes, she is.
All right, Ms. Johnson, do you understand that by entering into the no-low plea, you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
And do you also understand that by entering into the plea that you are waiving your right to a trial? Your video has gone out of you.
Sorry. Yes, sir.
Do you think it's better for you to come down to the courthouse?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm just asking because you know I keep saying, you and I keep talking about the same thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I was just wondering, how the other option, how much would the ticket be?
I haven't even gotten to that because your video keeps going out.
Yes, sir. Stop.
Okay. Do you also understand that by entering into the no-low plea, you're waiving your right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
Are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And do you believe it is in your best interest to enter into the no-low plea to the driving on suspended license?
Yes, sir.
Young lady, the fine amount is $6.95. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You will be placed on probation for 12 months. Do you understand that?
Okay. Or can I?
And 2 months of your probation will be mandatory because of the nature of this offense. Do you understand that?
Yes.
After 2 months, if you paid your fine and stayed current with your monthly probation fees, your probation can end. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have any questions?
Was it an option to pay in 2 weeks?
It is not on this chart.
Okay.
All right. Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes, sir.
All right. Can we confirm that?
I don't see it.
Can you please repeat your email address, Ms. Johnson?
Yes, sir. It's MORENA MAE90@gmail.com.
Let me get you to repeat that one more time.
Okay. MORENAMAE90@gmail.com.
I have it. Thank you.
All right, you can log out, Ms. Johnson, and thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Let me go to Emir Jackaway. Mr. Jackaway,
Yes, sir, can you hear me?
I need you to speak up. Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes, sir.
Can we confirm that? What is your email address, Mr. Jackaway?
MIKAIAH21@yahoo.com.
Do we have his email address?
I have it.
All right. Sir, you will receive your trial date for Forest Park through your email. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You will also receive your plea form, enter not guilty, and send it back. All of this will be done through the platform DocuSign. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, you can log out. Thank you. Mohammed Jawad.
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Jawad, you entered a not guilty plea. Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes.
All right, you will receive your plea form, and once you've entered a not guilty plea and sent it back, you will then receive your new court date. Do you understand?
What was that? One more time. I'm sorry about that, Judge.
You will receive your plea form through your email. Once you have signed it and sent it back, you then will receive your new court date. Do you understand that?
All right. Thank you.
Now, let me ask you something. How old are you?
21.
Okay. Why is a 21-year-old young man in court with a hat on his head?
I'm sorry. I got
Why is the hat still on your head?
I got something wrong. I got alopecia, so
It doesn't matter. You're in court. Take it off. It don't matter. Thank you. Respect yourself and don't do that. You don't want a judge to think about you a certain way, do you?
Mr.
All right, you can log off, young man.
Mr. Jawad, I do not have your email address. Could you
Mr.
please
Gerard,
provide
what
it
is
to
your
me?
email address, sir? They can't find it.
it's Muhammad J.
Take your hat off.
Muhammad J 2341@gmail.com.
All right, take your hat off and repeat it again.
23 Muhammad J 2341@gmail.com.
Okay, so let me spell it. MOHAMMAD, the letter J, 23@gmail.
2341@gmail.com.
2341. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You can log off. All right, next, let's go to Daniel Lovell.
Yes, sir.
Sir, have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes, sir.
Do we have his information?
I apologize. Sir, what's your name?
Daniel Lovell, we're on page 9 up at the top.
I have it.
All right. Sir, you will receive your plea form through your email. You will enter a not guilty, and then you will receive your new court date for Forest Park. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, and you can log off.
Thank you, sir.
Joshua Malone.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Malone, it's my understanding you're entering a guilty plea to the disorderly conduct charge.
Yes, sir.
Sir, do you understand by entering into the plea that you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
And sir, do you also understand by entering into the plea that you are waiving your right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
Sir, are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Sir, the court will accept your plea. The fine amount is $430. Are you able to satisfy that today, or do you need some time to pay it?
You said how much? 1,200?
430. Can you pay that within 2 weeks, or do you need a
Yes, sir.
longer
I can pay
period of
within
time?
2 weeks. I can pay within 2
Alright.
weeks.
All right, sir, have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes, sir.
Can you please repeat your email address?
Malone Josh 24 at yahoo.com.
Thank you, Mr. Malone.
All right, Mr. Malone, you will receive your plea form first. Once you've entered your guilty plea and returned it, you will receive your 2-week agreement, sir, and you'll have this no later than close of business tomorrow. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, sir, good luck. You can disengage.
All right, thank you.
All right, Miss Aisha Abicha, I'm sorry.
Yes.
It's my understanding you're entering a guilty plea to the charge.
Yes.
Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And do you understand that by entering into the plea that you're waiving your right to a trial?
Yes.
And you understand that you're entering this plea without the assistance of a lawyer, is that correct?
Yes.
And do you believe it is in your best interest to enter into this plea today?
Yes.
The court will accept your plea. The fine amount is $150. Can that be paid in 2 weeks, or do you need a longer period of time?
Longer period of time.
Young lady, you will be placed on probation for 12 months. Your probation will end the moment this is paid. You understand that?
Okay.
You're placed on pay-only probation. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you have any questions?
No, no, sir.
Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes, sir.
Can you please repeat your email address?
It's AIS as in Sam, H as in Harry, AT as in Tom, U M as in Mary, EAC as in cat, HAM as in Mary at gmail.com.
Thank you. Do you have that, Ms. Yates and Ms. Payton?
Yes, I have it. Could you re-advise on the fine amount, please?
It's $150.
Thank you.
All right. Young lady, you can disengage from the call. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ashley Serviano,
Yes.
it's my understanding you've entered a guilty plea to the charge.
Yes.
You understand that by entering into the plea that you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer?
Yes.
And do you also understand that by entering into the plea that you are waiving your right to a trial?
Yes.
Are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And young lady, do you have any questions you'd like to ask me?
No.
Young lady, the fine amount is $150. Can you pay that in 2 weeks, or do you need a longer period of time?
I can pay it in 2 weeks.
All right. Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes, I have.
Can you please repeat it?
ASHLEYSEVEI@gmail.com.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that for me, please?
ASHLEYSEVEI@gmail.com.
Thank you.
Young lady, you can disengage from the call. Well, excuse me, I'm sorry. You will receive your plea form through your email by close of business tomorrow. Once you've entered a guilty plea and sent that back, you will receive your 2-week agreement. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, now you can disengage. I happen to have some, let me see. I have some people, let's see why they are still over here.
So Rodney Rogers, he was having connection issues earlier.
Okay, first let me go to Miss Greer.
Yes, sir.
You entered a not guilty plea. Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes, sir.
Can you please repeat your email address?
Yes. CGRIER, the number 10 at clayton.student.edu.
All right. Do we have that, Ms. Yates?
I see that you typed cgreer10@student.clayton.edu. Is that correct, or is it the other way around?
That's correct.
Okay.
I have a question.
What is your question, young lady?
Okay. So I need advice rather. I
Well,
was
you know, a
driving.
judge can't give you advice, but first tell me about you being in Clayton State and your grades.
Okay. I am actually the current reigning Miss Clayton State. So this
Well, congratulations.
thank you. So
What are you majoring in?
history with secondary education. I'm doing my student teaching at Mara High School.
Well, good for you. And how far along are you? Are you a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior?
I'm a senior.
Congratulations. And talk to me about that GPA.
Right now I have a 3.23, but hopefully it'll go up.
What are you planning on doing when you graduate?
Teaching,
Okay.
teaching high school history.
Now, what is your question?
If per se, like this is my first time in this type of situation. So if it's not my vehicle, but I was the driver of the vehicle with the license plate cover, is it my responsibility for the
Whose
license?
vehicle is it?
My best friends.
Okay, and what do they have to say about it? Why did they have it covered? What did they have that made it covered?
It was like he's a Georgia Bulldogs fan, so it's like a little translucent tinted Georgia thing, but he didn't know it was illegal to have a Georgia.
If it covers your tag renewal, then yes, it is, okay?
Okay.
All right,
So
here's what I need for you to do. Go into your portal and send me your grades. If you have a 3.0 or greater, I'm gonna dismiss this charge.
Okay.
Go in there right now, take a screenshot of your grades and send those to me.
Yes, sir.
Send it to FPMC. Stay on the line. Let me go to the next person. All right, the next person on here is Miss Penny.
Yes, sir.
All right, let me see. You entered a no plea. You were supposed to be meeting with the prosecutor. Can we send Miss Penniman over to the prosecutor?
I sent her the request and also sent her a chat, but I don't
Ms.
think
Penniman,
she never
click on
accepted
there
it.
so you can go meet with the prosecutor.
Okay, what do I have to do?
You're gonna see something that says breakout room, admit, click on it.
Okay, breakout room. Breakout room. I see chat. I don't see no breakout room.
All right. Confirm your email.
Okay, there it is. There it is. There it is. I got it.
It's amazing, isn't it?
I'm old and these phones be throwing me off.
No, actually, you're not old. You're not old.
I'm 48, so it's
Really?
kind of getting up there.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, can I ask you a question? Do you really think you old at 48?
Sometimes my body feels like it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm 62, so you don't get no sympathy on my end, okay?
Okay, I got you.
And by the way, I'm not old, okay?
You sure ain't.
I know I'm not.
You look good though.
Well, I appreciate that, okay?
All right, I'm gonna go to the breakout room.
Prosecutor, we got more people that gonna come over there and talk to you.
Judge,
Okay.
I shut that room down. That room has been closed.
I know we're gonna open it back up. Let me see, Mr. Bailey, you entered a not guilty plea, is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes, I type my name and email address in there. I got a question actually.
But hold on, let me just see, can I get you to repeat your email address?
It's the letter I, and then it's my last name and first name. So it's iBaileyTyrone@gmail.com.
All right, do we have that, Madam Clerk?
Yes, I have it. Thank you.
All right, dude, go ahead and ask your question.
So basically, would I have to go to trial for my case? Because
Yes.
it's kind of
If you
old.
enter a not guilty plea, you're asking for a trial.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yes. If you decide you want to pay this ticket, it's $150. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I get it. I wasn't trying to pay it really.
Okay, well, we will see you back here on your trial date, and I'll listen to the facts and make a decision, okay?
Okay, no problem, sir.
All right, sir, you can log out.
All right.
All right. Rodney Rogers,
Yes, sir. How you doing, Judge?
I'm fine, other than you keep driving.
Oh, yeah, I was at work, so I
It
didn't.
don't matter, dude. You're supposed to be in court.
I'm
It
not
don't
driving.
matter. You're supposed to be
I'm
in
not
court.
driving, sir. I was at
You
court.
were
I was trying to
driving
get
a little
over.
while ago, and you
Trying to
know
figure.
you were.
I was driving. I was trying to figure out how to get over, and I tried to get to you. I
Okay.
pulled over.
You
I
charged
stopped.
with
Yes, sir.
following too closely. What is your plea? Not guilty, guilty, or no law?
No, sir.
All right. You understand about entering into the no plea? You're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer.
Yes, sir.
And sir, do you also understand about entering into the plea, you're waiving your right to a trial?
Yes, sir, I am.
Sir, are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
All right, is he eligible for a no law plea?
One moment.
All right, let them check it out.
Yes, sir.
What are you driving, Mr. Rogers? An 18-wheel or something else?
Oh, no, I got my truck. It's sitting up on wheels, sir.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm sitting up high.
I understand.
Yeah.
Well, I understand you gotta work, man. I appreciate that.
I have to work. I got a family. I got to take care of my family.
Hey, man, let me tell you something. You're doing the right thing. I wish I talked to more people like you.
You know, it's responsible. You know, like I told my wife, I got to take care of family.
You gotta handle your business, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He is not eligible.
All right. Fella, this fine is $200, okay?
Yes, sir.
Once this is paid, can you make this a basic rules violation?
Say that again, sir.
I'm talking to Ms. Yates.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
All right, can you pay the $200 in 2 weeks, or do you need a longer period of time?
I can pay it in 2 weeks, sir.
All right, have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
No, sir. I just got.
All right, tell them your email address.
It's Rodney.
Hold
First
on,
name.
hold on 1 second, sir.
Hold on.
I gotta pull up another screen.
I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
First name, last name. 1977 @gmail.com.
All right, thank you.
All right,
Yes,
sir,
ma'am.
you will receive your plea form. You will enter a nolo or a guilty plea, send that back, and then you will receive your 2-week agreement. Make sure you take care of the $200 within 2 weeks.
Okay, question, Judge.
Uh-huh.
How long will it be before I receive this? Will I
You will
receive this in a
receive this
couple
no later than close of business tomorrow.
Okay, I was just outside the courthouse. That's why I want.
If you outside the courthouse, just walk inside and get it right now.
Okay, I'm finna come in right now and get it.
All right,
All right, thank you, sir.
okay. All right, Ms. Lee,
Yes, Your Honor.
have you pre-tried your case with the prosecutor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Prosecutor, is there an announcement on this?
Yeah, we already told, she was pleading no low and she was paying a fine, but she was supposed to go ahead and log off. We're gonna send the email.
Okay,
Yeah, Miss Lee, you didn't have to be over here.
Okay, but what do I do about my name? Because I think that's why I couldn't do it the first time when I tried to pay. They couldn't find me, and I didn't realize they switched up my.
when they see your paperwork, they will have your first name is Shelley and your last name is Lee.
Okay. All right. So
You
should I
have
wait?
any
I
other
should wait.
questions?
I should wait till I get. I should wait till I get that in order to go pay them. So they want.
Yes, you will get this no later than close of business tomorrow.
Okay.
You're gonna pay it with us, so it doesn't matter. It's
So if
just
you're coming down to the courthouse to pay it, or if you mail it in, they will apply it appropriately, okay?
Okay. That's it. Thank you.
You can log out. Mr. Rogers, you can log out, sir.
Okay, that's what I'm doing, sir.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how to do it.
You must have a big
Sir,
hand.
I'll log you off.
Finger and press leave. There you go. My little Clayton State, show me some grades.
Okay, I got a hold on my account.
Well, you got a problem. How you gonna be Miss Clayton and have a hold on your account?
Because my Pell Grant didn't go through because I didn't take enough credits during the summer. So my sister, she said she gonna pay it off when she gets paid.
I need to see some grades.
Okay.
When am I gonna see some grades?
I can email them to you.
When you gonna email?
I can give you I can send you screenshots.
I asked you to do that a little while ago.
But that's on my transcript. I can't email my transcript because it's
I
a
just
home.
want to see your last semester grade.
Okay.
That'll show me your cumulative average.
Okay.
Now you better look on there and make sure it's a 3.0 or higher.
Okay. Let me go to this one.
So what did you have to do to be Miss Clayton?
It was 3 requirements. Of course, you had to be voted in, but also community service hours as well as your GPA. And I had the most, like over 1,500 community service hours.
Well, good for you. Did you know President Ramon Stewart?
Yes, I did. I love President Stewart.
Isn't he a great guy?
Yes, I miss him so
And you
much.
met the new president, the interim president.
She's nice. I met her briefly. We talked for a little bit. She's been out and about.
Okay. Well, President Ramon Stewart is a very good friend of mine.
Oh, really?
He
Were you
is-
at the MLK event?
You know I was at the MLK event. Anytime he told me to be somewhere, I went. He's a good dude. I want you to keep him in your prayers. And don't be surprised, he's going to end up being president of another university real soon.
Oh, that's gonna hurt my feelings.
I know. But his health is doing well now. He's a young dude. So he's doing just fine, okay?
Okay, I will.
Now, I'm gonna tell him I talked to you. What can I tell him to let him know who you are? When you met him, what did you do to stand out?
I smiled real big and I said, hey. But see,
Okay.
he was over Fort Valley and my parents went to Fort Valley.
He
So we
was the president of Fort Valley, that's right. So let me do
So-
something for you real quick, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
If you go to Clayton State, let me see. Oh, you can tell them I'm in AmeriCorps. Well, AmeriCorps is not here anymore, but same thing.
All right, I was trying to call him. He was probably doing something else. I was gonna let you tell him hello.
Yeah, that's me and
All right.
Dr. Royal.
Send me your grades. Let me see some grades.
Okay. So,
Judge Freeman,
Yes,
we have 2 people in the waiting room.
okay.
Would you
Just
like
tell
for
Miss Ida, unless they need an interpreter, they are free to go.
Okay.
Tell Miss Ida she is free to go. Miss Greer, senior,
Yes, Your Honor.
I was telling you that you are free to go. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Your Honor. See you next week.
All right.
Bye.
I'm not sure. I'm sorry, Judge.
Tell
Freeman.
Miss Greer where to send her grades.
Yeah, I sent her the email. Yes, I did.
Send those grades to Miss Yates and stay online, okay? Let's
Okay.
go to the courtroom now.
Yeah, well, they're in the waiting room on Zoom.
Okay, well, okay, you wanna let them in? Were they late?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
all right,
I know for certain Reveille was.
okay.
Thomas here.
This lady, the young lady in the courtroom right now, is there an announcement on that one, Mr. Prosecutor?
Yes, Judge, I want to discuss that matter with you once we've gotten everybody else resolved.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm hurrying.
You can take your time. We're gonna be on there at least another 20 minutes.
The gentleman with the iPhone. Sir, what is your name? You're on mute, sir. You're on mute, sir.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I can hear you, but you blinded me with that do-rag on your head.
You said what?
You are blinding me with that do-rag on your head.
So what, you want me to take it off?
Of course I want you to take it off. You're in court. What is your name?
Javon Charles.
All right, you're charged with suspended registration. What is your plea to that? Not guilty, guilty, or no low contendere?
Guilty.
You're entering a guilty plea?
Yeah.
Sir, do you understand that by entering into the guilty plea, you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer?
Yeah.
Sir, do you also understand that by entering into the plea that you are waiving your right to a trial?
Yes.
Sir, are you entering into this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Do you understand? What is your email address, Mr. Charles?
NYC.
Slow down and say it, please.
NYC, as in New York City.
Yes.
BK.
Okay.
5555@gmail.com.
NYCBK55 at
Gmail.
okay .com.
Yeah.
Do we have that, Ms. Yates?
I apologize. I was looking at.
I got it.
NYC55@gmail.com.
Yes.
NYCBK55@gmail.com.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Sir, the fine is $695. Are you able to satisfy that in 2 weeks, or do you need a longer period of time?
You said 2 weeks? Yeah.
You can pay it in 2 weeks, or do you need a longer
I'll have
period
it
of
in,
time?
no, I'll pay it in 2 weeks. I'll definitely have it in 2 weeks.
All right, we're gonna reduce this charge to expired registration. We're gonna
Okay.
send this young man his plea form where he will enter a guilty plea to the reduced charge of expired registration. Once he sent the plea form back, send him a 2-week agreement for him to pay the fine of $695.
Okay.
All right?
All
We
right.
have your information. You can disengage. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
All right. Do we have anyone else, Ms. Yates?
No, I don't.
Yes, we have one.
All right. Who else do we have?
1 second.
And have we received Ms. Greer's information?
I'm looking at it now.
Does she have a GPA cumulative of a 3.0 or higher? She looking a little iffy with her facial expression.
Hold on, Your Honor.
Normally, when they look a little iffy, you know what that means. At least when my son is looking a little iffy, I know what that means.
I'm gonna forward this to you, sir.
Okay, it's a little iffy. Go ahead and send it to me. So, Ms. Greer, unmute.
Yes, sir.
Why does it look a little iffy?
Okay. Not doing excuses, but reality. My mom passed last March. So around March, it gets hard for me to do schoolwork. So during this time, I was online from one of my from my fraternity. And
What fraternity? What you doing in a fraternity?
it's a service organization.
Oh.
Yeah. And so it was just a lot for me, and I was really depressed. And I had F's. So you're gonna see 2 C's in a withdrawal. I withdraw.
Let me tell you what the problem is. You got lots of personality, and you're gonna do well in life. But you have now allowed the misrepresentation to overtake the incident. That ain't good. All right? Now I'm gonna see you back here in June. No grade below a B. Whatever's going on, put some ice on it, okay? I'll see you back, reset her court date for June. I want to see her this semester grades, no grade below a B. Now, what classes are you taking so that you ain't gonna go out and change them to ceramic tile bowl or something like that?
Okay, give me 1 second. I can send those.
Let me tell you something. When people are trying to help you, you gotta help you. I'm glad I couldn't get Ramon Stewart on the phone. I would have had to tell him how much of a little actress you were in a science fiction.
What you mean an actress?
You don't tell the truth.
I do.
No,
No, I'm serious. My mom did pass MA and it was
that's
about
not the part you didn't tell the truth about.
what?
About your grade.
My grades?
Yeah.
That does equal a 3.0. And I know because Dr. Royal, she's like over campus life. She's really hard on me. I really work hard to change those grades for midterm.
I wonder why she hard on you. There must be a reason.
Yeah.
Look at you, Miss Clayton State University. President of the Student African American. Hey there, brother. I don't normally bother you during the day, but there's a young lady who's Miss Clayton State. She just wants to tell you hello. I'm gonna put you on speaker, okay? Miss Greer, I have President Stewart on the phone. You just need to speak to him. What do you want to tell him?
Hey, Dr. Stewart. Good. We miss you so much. What'd he say? What'd he say?
How is your semester going?
It's going better.
She is Miss Clayton State, Doc. Yeah. She said that she's president of your African American Studies Society as well. She wants to be a school teacher when she graduates. Now, let me tell you what's funny about this young lady. She's in a Zoom session fixing her hair. I know. I have to remind these young people that once you come on live, we can see everything. Well, brother, I just wanted you to hear this. She wanted to just check up on you and let you know how much she appreciates you. All right. Doc, you take care. I'll talk to you a little later. Okay, bye-bye. All right.
I've been emailing.
So we're gonna give you a reset court date for June. This semester, there can be no grade below a B.
Below a B.
Now tell me what classes you have right now.
Okay. Right now I have, 1 second. Go back. I'm taking pre-modern Russian history. I'm taking methods for teaching history, applied linguistics for ESL. I'm in my secondary practicum, and I'm taking the Reconstruction era.
Okay, well, you got some good substantive classes, okay? Now, are you in a sorority?
No.
Okay, well, you're doing enough. It sounds like you really got it going on. You know that?
I'm trying.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Don't feel like you need to oversell. I just feel like you just need to be you, okay? Being you is way more sufficient. I want you to know that. You are a very impressive young lady, okay?
Thanks.
I want you to know that, okay? But you come back here with a grade below a B in June, and you're gonna pay this fine.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just letting you know. And
Okay.
understand, once you go live on a Zoom session, don't
Yeah,
be in there fixing your hair on the screen. All right, you can log out now.
All right. Have a good day.
All right, take care. All right, we have one last matter involving Ms. Thomas in the courtroom. Mr. Prosecutor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you said there were some circumstances you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I'm not trying to have a trial on this matter, but so in the case of Ms. Thomas, I read the incident report. They actually charged her from a previous visit to that particular store where she was supposed to be with a gentleman who left the store with the items. She returned to the store on a different date, and they, I believe, had a warrant or had a lookout for her and charged her on that day. So they didn't actually charge her on the day that she was accused of being involved with taking the items. Secondly, there was a warrant out of Lake City for a violation of probation for Ms. Thomas, and I believe they took her into custody at that time for Lake City. The obstruction was based on giving a false name and or birth date to the officer. I did look at her history. She does have a long history, but no shoplifting in the past. And so I explained to Ms. Thomas that I would leave it up to the court's discretion on whether or not that particular charge would remain the way that it is. But trying to give her all the deference I can to resolve it, short of having that charge on there.
I have, if the prosecution wants to reduce this to a city ordinance violation, the court would accept that as a negotiating plea.
Okay. So Ms. Thomas, in reference to that, the judge does not have any objection to changing your shoplifting charge to a city ordinance violation. In fact, we can probably do just one charge of obstruction, city ordinance obstruction, combine the two cases. And Ms. Payton would have to tell me what the fine amount would be on that. But are you okay with that, or do you want to proceed as they are?
I'm okay with that.
Tell her if it's reduced to a city ordinance violation, the fine amount will be $500.
Did you hear that, Ms. Thomas?
Yes, sir.
All right, and can you pay that in 2 weeks, or do you need more time?
I need more time.
She would be placed on probation for 6 months, and she would need to comply with all terms and conditions during the first 4 months, and she is banned from that store while on probation.
Yes, sir.
All right, so Ms. Thomas, you're going to receive your information before you leave the court today. So if you want to just stand by, unless Your Honor, you had anything else for her?
Do not.
Okay. So you can just have a seat and wait for them to give you your information on making the payment, okay? And I believe that's all we have, Judge. Well, there's one person in the courtroom still left. Is he?
No, he's here, he's making a payment.
Okay.
That was Mr. Rogers, so he's here to make a payment.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
The gentleman came from outside. All right.
So you know I always ask, because we always want to better our systems. Is there any feedback from anyone regarding making our virtual court run smooth?